1294년 보스 1차 세계대전 참전 영상입니다. 수면 옛 기억을 잊고자 한다. 지금은 사리탄장이 되었지만 그는 기억의 수익 만한 흥미로운 의뢰는 내 새로 왜 착수하지 않으면 이어쓰는 당장 자격을 잃을 수도 있다. 프레임 상태 열쇠가 없나 보네요. 아,
아, 목이. 다. 브라더. 어디로 가는 거지? 난 아까 좀 볼터 됐었는데 떨어지 못 맞. 아이고. 그 주는 건 좋은데. 아, 혹시 이제 없고 다른 건가? 과연.
In my wake, pulled along. Fate inescapably draws you on.
아니 근데 이거 하지도 안 좋은 게임.
이렇게
What a putrid offering. Don't fight. You have been chosen. Behold. Everything has already been written. But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
I hate whiskey.
딱 돼요. 아, 잠깐만. 술 한 잔 마셨다고 설마니.
Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
아하.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy. Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it. I used to be an avid reader. I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
이런 게임 무조건
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, do you still...
I'm coming.
게임이나 게임 밖에서 사
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her.
사이가 전에
She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
아니, 씨. 봐야 나.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
관계자가 살아있네요.
This symbol on the man's chest. It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Darkwater? Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
The meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
The sender's label mentions...
That's right.
And you think...
That is go to...
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident. I believe you are right, sir.
I am aware of... I believe there is more to the...
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your... An artist dies. Your only clue is a sort of promontory...
Correct. And the rumors of...
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse.
All right. I'll take the case.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice. Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then. All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able... to take me to Darkwater. I used to be an avid reader. The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases.
너 혹시 이따가 사쿠라 할래?
We're almost there. Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any faster? The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important.
그럼 왜
I can't
물어봤어요?
answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. Oh, yeah? It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short
전부터
time.
뱃사람은 미신 쪽에
Killer
관심이
whales have
많았죠.
few predators. And there are no sharks in these waters. What creature could possibly have done this?
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
They're cops. They can't understand.
Damn stupid idiots.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh, yeah?
Sort out. Your chum wanted to stir us up.
There's nothing for you,
You
here
can stay
either.
to watch if you want.
Beat it.
You can pick up the pieces.
Come on, you bastard. You'll see what a true sailor's
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine. Hey, be careful. Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
Pure instinct. I behaved like a Hun, and I sincerely apologize.
Veteran, huh?
307th Infantry Regiment.
Well, that'll be okay for now. But the war is over. Try not to forget it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams?
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
Her style made her famous. How would you describe?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can...
So they made you feel uncomfortable?
You need to see them for yourself.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
The stranded whale.
What can I tell you? The name, it reminds us of the golden age of Darkwater. When our whalers left for long months and came back, sweating.
It was a tough time.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth.
What can you tell me?
We all knew she was famous then.
I've got what...
Anything else?
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
You want a drink?
I wouldn't say no to a glass.
Try this.
I think we'll get along well. What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was then.
Her vision.
Way I see.
What do you mean?
Do you still trust the...
Her style.
Yeah, we saw them.
So they made...
You need to...
I've got what I...
Anything else?
That'll be all for now.
What you looking at, stranger?
I've rarely seen a woman who could...
What gives you the right to judge me?
It was a...
So what? Let me drink. I told you to beat it. I told you to beat...
Do you like our song?
We may not be pros, but we...
That's true. It's a
What brought whaling to an...
The whales of...
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stock.
You could say that.
Until the last...
The one of the miraculous...
Exact.
I've never heard this song.
Only people from here.
It's a local legend.
Watch what...
That catch, see? Weird.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger.
It's true.
What report?
The one that's framed right behind you. Our grandparents tasted its...
And it was...
I bid you farewell.
Good night.
So long.
I had the wing of the girly boys. I was the man of fire.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
You have no right to treat us like this.
드디어.
And the doctor, what did he say?
He laughed.
My God.
You said it.
She will do it again, you know.
Oh.
The girl doctor. Cold. She won't stop asking.
Not that again. She was in the trouble.
The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor. A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years. Broken. This place seems half abandoned. I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman cat.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins, but that's all I'll get from them. This man and Fitzroy could be twins. What a macabre souvenir.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. And tell me what I can do to help you.
Your manifests have been blacked out.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't remember having countersigned.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the good?
You mean that the date?
I know that Charles Hawkins was descended and the island's fishing.
Indeed. We specialized in whaling. But no whalers went out to...
So where did the Hawkins...
Well, from what Charles... Although, these dates on the manifest...
With whom, I wonder?
안 되네?
I'm looking for warehouse.
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search. I found a threatening letter, signed by a...
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no.
With any success?
I wouldn't, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop?
Don't you worry about...
I was looking at your photograph. One of the man...
Ah, yes, I could...
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you.
And for good reason. That's...
Your father.
John Fitzroy. His wooden leg is here.
I'm just back from the dead killer whale, isn't it?
Ah, yeah. Us men of the sea are...
I examined its wounds.
And I took you for a...
Believe me when I say that these wounds...
Come. You've only just arrived, and already you think...
The police took the decision to put...
You've got to understand them.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer...
You think we should...
To look into the real cause of its... The miraculous catch.
Not at all. It's an episode from... Go read the story of the sail. It's displayed.
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when...